All right, boys and girls, Scotty the Redneck Canadian here, doing a little bit of more solar upgrade. So I talked in my last video about how I was going to split this panel into two, and that was going to be the one that was going to get backfed. Well, look what came today. You know what? Don't just like think Amazon's the cheapest and is like going to be there, because I ordered that I think yesterday from Home Depot, and it came UPS today. And it was cheaper than anything on Amazon, and it's what I need, because the one from Amazon was not what it was supposed to be. And this is all like UL and all that stuff. So anyway, it just happens it's going to fit right behind this mirror, which is like perfect, because the well pump's here, the hot water tank's here, the range is right here, and the baseboard heater's right there. So we should be good to go. First thing I need to do, though, is take all of this down. Which means my cabin's going to be even more of a mess. But I told myself, I had a conversation with myself today when I was doing the dishes, and I'm like, you know what, dude? Don't rush to get this back together, even though like it's driving me crazy that stuff's so tore apart. Because I got myself a list that I started here on what kind of stuff I need, what I want, because I only want to do this once, and I got all the time in the world. I've got all the resources. I've got the woodworking tools. I've got the sawmill. I got everything that I need, right? So like stuff like I'm always looking for places to put hot stuff like that, right? Because I'm cooking on the wood stove, and I'm like, you know what would be real nice? Is when the range is here, right? If I had like a countertop, I'm not going to be able to put it on this like I did the dishwasher. But I can raise it up, because this thing is like, goes crazy. But I can raise it like half an inch off of this thing and make some angle iron and whatever, and like make it out of oak. Like this cutting board that I made out back, and I just used like mineral spirits and wax on it. I put hot stuff on it all the time, like right off of the wood stove. So I mean, it's gonna get there. I had a conversation with myself that I'm living my dream. I'm doing everything that I wanted to do. I just got to get rid of that house downstate, and everything's cool. So I can't get upset with anybody but myself. And you know what? I'm not gonna get upset with myself, because I ain't so fucking bad. Oops, I wasn't supposed to swear. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna tear this apart. All right, well, that was kind of sort of painless. I got an idea, and I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I got to tear this whole thing apart. Anyway, I got into my breaker box, and I started thinking, I'm like, I opened it up, I'm like, crap. I forgot, it's just not like a regular old breaker. It's like, this one's what they call a QOM1, and they're like $100. And I'm like, I don't really need that. I got this lockout kit. It was like $9, and I'm like, wait a minute. I can just set it up so that I back feed from the inverter through one side, and I can back feed from the 220 box 110 over here on the other side. And then I think I can just cut this off. See, so like these are both off. That's now on. So this would be coming from the solar, right? And if I just cut this off there and here, then I can make it so that it locks it out, so that this one obviously is going to come down, or, you know, they'll be opposed to each other like this, right? And it'll make it so that you can't turn them both on at the same time. So I'm gonna have to rig that up. Anyway, first order of business, though, is to move a bunch of that. Pretty much everything that's not skinny has got to get moved over here. All right, so that was rather painless. I had two that were cut, and I just used the oscillating tool there, pop all three of them off. I am going to reroute. That's the line to the shower head. I'm going to reroute that to the other side, and I can get there because I never screwed that shower in. Because I was never like, I'm done. All right. yeah, so this is totally gonna work. And it should not be too painless because I can get to everything from underneath, because, you know, this is like the final install of everything. So I'm not gonna close any of this up until this is done. So, all right, you guys, like, WTF. This is the kind of, all this cool stuff I built in here, I gotta like tear half of this shit apart to run all these wires. Check it out. So you see like way down there, there's a stud on the left. That wire should be down there. Hopefully I can grab it from over there, because my box is right here. And I do got a hole. I had to pop this board so I could get up there and drill that hole, and then I'm gonna have to fish it down once I get it through the other side. And I mean, I should have enough here, but I don't know, dude. That was a toy gun. I don't own any guns. All right, let's try this. All right, I was able to do that. Now, dude, what the hell? Now I'm gonna move all of this somewhere. I'm gonna take all the pictures down and run that and drill holes in all those studs. And anyway, dude, this sucks. I'm not doing this job again. I'm like, dude, don't do anything half-assed. Like, don't hook up, oh, you know, I want you to shower. Not hooking anything up until this is all done. I don't care if this takes till tomorrow at midnight. Ugh. All right. I got the inverter in. I got this wire, you can see all the way. I got to put that all back together. I'm going to put a box there with probably a twist plug that goes to that. But for right now, we're good. Because at some point, I'm probably going to want to add additional batteries, and then stuff's going to move. But for right now, that's good. All right, so now, yeah, my box is all done. So this box is 110. That box is 220. And what I'm going to do now, this one here is feeding in 110. And then boom, boom, boom. So I got two circuits, right? What I'm going to do is going to put a jumper here so I can use more circuits, but I don't know what I'd ever use them for. So, I mean, it's a tiny cabin, right? But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make this plate. Oops. I'm going to cut it so that it'll slide back and forth, but that those breakers can never be on at the same time, because this one's going to feed. It's going to feed from the pole into here. So that'll make sure that you never ever mix between the utility power and the solar power. So let me modify this plate and get it installed. All right, so I made myself my little lockout out of this stuff. And this shit takes forever. It took like an hour. See, I had to grind the, I can't even see because of the light now. Grind the screws off. But, you know, my pole barn is like 600 feet back there. But, I'm winded. But by the time you go out there to the driveway and then all the way around, and 600 feet becomes like a quarter mile. So literally every time I have to go back there to use the drill press or to resize something, you know, I'm like walking a half a mile. So anyways, yeah, I went back there 3 times. I walked a mile and a half. Anyway, let's get this shit together. All right, so here we go. That's the finished product. So, sucks because everything's gonna go off. All right, these are my 2 breakers for my 2 circuits. So that absolutely must be off before you can turn that on. It's a little sticky. I'm not even worried that it's sticky though. So this will feed then from the pole. Then I can turn those breakers on. But for now, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna, it's a little sticky. That's all right. There. All right. It does the trick. All right, well, a couple of days later, and I got this all together, back together anyways. So what I got here is I made an interlock system. So this is coming from the pole. These two, or this one anyway, is coming from the inverter. And what I think I'm going to get is the double 15, the little ones. It's just so that all 4 original circuits are on 4 circuits again, because I got 2 on this one and 2 on this one right now. Alternately, I could get 2 more breakers and then just put a jumper. I don't know. It's not that important. But anyways, so this interlock makes it so that you have to shut this off to the inverter in order to turn on the utility power. So, and vice versa. So they can't be on at the same time, which is important, because if you backfeed that inverter, it's going to blow up. So there you go. And then over here, because the inverter is 110, I put in a separate panel just for 220. So you can see my pump, hot water, stove, blah, blah, blah. So I can turn on and off everything. Right now, everything is off. It's still off at the pole. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that way in the future, it'll make it really simple if I want to put a 220 inverter in, because you can't mix them. It just doesn't work that way. Anyways, yeah, so that's hidden behind there, because, you know, this is a tiny cabin, and I really didn't want, you know, more than one panel. The one panel, I was like, whatever, you got to deal with the panel. So, all right, everything's back together. And then, you know, when I started this last week, I spilled coffee all over myself. Not over myself, but I spilled my cup of coffee. And that was like last Thursday. This is Thursday. It was a week ago. Just as I was cleaning this up to do this video, I took that pot off of the wood stove, and that same damn cup just scalded my arm. So, that's what I do for you guys. I love you. By the way, you know, it's funny, I posted some stuff on a community website, like, because everybody was bitching their power bills were so high, you know, and I get the usual internet jokers from Facebook putting dumb comments. Go ahead and leave dumb comments. I don't make these videos for you. I make these for my friends, and you know, but I appreciate you taking the time out of watching, you know, transsexual midget porn to comment on and watch my videos. I mean, I do appreciate that. So anyways, if you don't like my videos, go back to some 3'9" dude in a dress banging his buddy. So anyway, all right, till next time. So yeah, I got a totally full system. Next update will be on like performance of the system. Keep your sticks on the ice.